diamond brain and a remarkable set of physical skills with a heart of a champion that never doused. That flame was always burning.
He was just so impactful. But the thing that I always remembered from him, and that he always encouraged me, and I'm sure others, is to never, ever lose your confidence. Ever. And one of the most impressive things with him, and I saw him do some incredible things. He's always been my favorite because of his confidence. Like, I've never seen someone with this level of confidence, this level of focus. It's one thing to talk it, but it's another thing to go out there every night and do it, because you're playing against the very best players in the world. I was so impressed with the 20th shot when he finally made a shot, because I remember what he said. He was like, "Okay, B, I'm good now." He made the 20th shot, and he was like, "Okay, I'm good now. Let's go." And I was like, what game is he watching? Like, I'm looking around like this, like, what game did he say? Like, man, you just missed the last 19 shots. And he was like, "Okay, I got it now." You know? But
that's like, you can't leave the court without making your last shot.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just that level of confidence that I was like, okay, we go out there, everybody's shooting thousands of shots a day. But this man had a confidence that was just beyond. And he wasn't talking it. He believed it. He believed in himself. He believed in the work he had put in. But more importantly, he just had a self-awareness that you can't imagine. And that's what I admired most about him. And even when you talk to him today, he still has that level of confidence. And it's the funniest thing, because now we're all old, but he still has the confidence that he had as a young man. And that is what I give to this generation. Never lose confidence in yourself by the work you put in.
B.J. Armstrong, the guy who went to war every day in practice with Michael Jordan during Chicago's rise, once dropped a line that still shakes the league if you really think about it. He said Michael had a diamond mind, a once-in-a-generation body, and the heart of a champion. That's not fan talk. That's not documentary poetry. That's a teammate who saw the grind up close. But here's the part people gloss over. Armstrong said the real separator was Jordan's unbreakable confidence. Not loud, not fake, unbreakable. And if you think that's just mythology, stay with me. Imagine this. Jordan walks into a game and starts cold. Brick. Another one. 5 straight misses. The crowd shifts. The bench gets quiet. Opponents start chirping. 10 misses. 15. By 19, most stars are glancing at the stat sheet, questioning everything. That's how doubt creeps in. That's how careers spiral. But with Jordan, 19 misses didn't crack him. They fueled him. To him, every brick was data. Keep shooting. Stay locked in. Trust the work. And when that 20th shot finally dropped, he wasn't celebrating like he escaped disaster. He'd turn to his teammates calm as ever and basically say, "All right, I'm locked in now." That's not arrogance. That's preparation talking. You got to understand what that really means. His confidence wasn't based on makes and misses. It was built at 5 a.m. in empty gyms. It was built on thousands of reps when nobody was filming. On nights when the only sound was the ball echoing in a silent arena. He didn't trust himself because he was hot. He trusted himself because he knew what he invested. That's a different level of belief. Most players tie confidence to results. Jordan tied it to work. Big difference. And this is where it separates legends from stars. One bad stretch can destroy a player mentally. One playoff collapse can define a career. Jordan refused to let a moment define him. He believed the next shot could flip the entire narrative, and he was always willing to take it. That mindset is rare. That mindset is dangerous. That mindset is why the league still measures greatness against him. Armstrong made it crystal clear. Jordan's self-belief wasn't blind faith. It wasn't just chest-pounding bravado. It was evidence. It was earned. Jordan himself admitted he missed over 9,000 shots, lost nearly 300 games, failed over and over in huge moments, and that's why he succeeded. That quote isn't motivational fluff. It's a blueprint. Failure is guaranteed. Preparation is optional. Jordan chose preparation every single time. Before the world woke up, he was already drenched in sweat. These weren't casual workouts. They were obsessive. Every spot on the floor, Every late game scenario, every possible weakness attacked. He didn't just train for when everything went right. He trained for chaos. So when 19 shots rimmed out, he wasn't panicking. His body of work told him number 20 was coming. That's different. That's scary. Teammates have said practices felt harder than playoff games. Scrimmages felt like finals battles. To Jordan, practice wasn't warm-up. It was combat. The game was just the exam. Confidence was the result of passing those tests every single day. That's why Armstrong could say his belief was untouchable. It wasn't built on highlights. It was built on repetition so deep that doubt had nowhere to settle. And let's talk about competition, because this is where it gets uncomfortable for some fan bases. Armstrong called Jordan the greatest competitor ever. That's not exaggeration, that's testimony. Jordan didn't step on the court hoping to win. He expected to dominate. Losing wasn't part of the script in his mind. That mentality was forged long before tip-off. Remember what Detroit did to him. The bad boy Pistons didn't just guard him, they punished him. The so-called Jordan rules were designed to break him physically and mentally. Most superstars would have folded or demanded help. Jordan transformed. He added strength. He added edge. He came back and dismantled them. He didn't just beat Detroit. He erased the fear they tried to plant. And it wasn't only in NBA arenas. Card tables, golf courses, coin tosses. Everything was a battlefield. Some teammates loved it. Some were pushed to their limits. But quitting? That wasn't tolerated. That edge built a culture. And when the pressure hit its peak, Jordan didn't shrink, he sharpened. 6 finals, 6 wins, 6 finals MVPs. No Game 7s in June. Say that out loud. That's not luck. That's control under maximum pressure. When it mattered most, he delivered. And if that makes you uncomfortable in today's GOAT debate, good. That's the point. But none of it works without heart. Real heart. The kind that demands the ball when everyone else feels the weight. Jordan never feared missing. He feared passing up the moment. That's why we got the shot in Cleveland. The flu game in Utah. The dagger over Brian Russell to close the dynasty. Those weren't just highlights. Those were declarations. I'll take this. Live or die. Plenty of players have talent. Very few want that responsibility. Jordan hunted it. He believed no one else should carry that burden but him. And once you understand that, the debate shifts. It's not just about stats. It's about belief under fire. Armstrong's words hit because they came from inside the storm. Jordan's confidence wasn't an act. It was tested, proven, reinforced daily. So now I'm asking you, will we ever see that level of conviction again? That kind of belief built through discipline instead of social media hype? Because here's the truth. His clutch legacy isn't about perfection. It's about refusal to hide. Late in games, Jordan didn't survive pressure. He owned it. He turned fear into fuel. He turned final seconds into history. For him, the clutch wasn't a burden. It was an invitation. And the real question is, who in today's NBA is wired like that? It was home. That pressure, that spotlight, that final possession with everything shaking, that was his comfort zone. And here's what really hits. When he walked away, that mindset didn't disappear. It didn't retire. It became a blueprint, a torch. Jordan didn't just dominate an era. He rewired how greatness is pursued. He changed the psychological entry fee to be elite. After him, talent wasn't enough. Skill wasn't enough. You had to believe on a different level. Look at Kobe Bryant. He didn't just look up to Jordan, he dissected him. Studied him like game film. The footwork, the foot-on-the-throat mentality, the obsession with preparation. Kobe absorbed that philosophy and turned it into the Mamba mentality. Failure isn't fatal. It's fuel. Doubt gets erased in the gym. That's Jordan's doctrine in a different jersey. And it led to 5 championships. That's not coincidence. That's inheritance. And yes, even LeBron James has admitted it. Growing up, Jordan's aura felt untouchable, invincible. That became the measuring stick. Even while building his own all-time resume, the shadow of that standard never disappeared. That's how powerful it was. You weren't just chasing titles. You were chasing a mindset that felt mythical. Whether you think LeBron passed him or not, and I know that debate gets heated, you can't deny who set the psychological bar. It wasn't just the megastars either. Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Stephen Curry. Different styles, different eras, same belief in the biggest moments. Why? Because Jordan showed them what total self-trust looks like under fire. He normalized taking a shot with everything on the line. He made it acceptable, no, expected, to want the pressure. That ripple effect changed the DNA of the league. And the influence didn't stop at hardwood. It exploded into culture. The Air Jordan line wasn't just footwear, it was identity. It was walking around wearing belief. When he bet on himself with that Nike deal, people thought it was risky. It turned into a global empire. Championships built the legend. Business built the dynasty. Billionaire status wasn't luck. It was the same mentality applied to a different arena. Athlete, mogul, cultural icon. He refused to be boxed in. And every bit of that traces back to one core principle. Preparation makes failure temporary. That's it. That's the secret people try to complicate. 19 straight misses? No meltdown. No blame game. Just calm belief. I'm good now. Let's go. That's terrifying confidence. Not tied to the scoreboard. Not tied to the crowd. Tied to work. Tied to discipline. Tied to an unbreakable will. Jordan didn't accept defeat from opponents. He didn't accept it from pressure. He didn't even accept it from time. That's why his legacy feels larger than numbers. It feels mythic. Because he didn't just win, he convinced the world he would win before the ball even left his hands. And that's why he's not just part of the GOAT debate. He is the standard the debate revolves around. Rings matter. Records matter. But belief? That's the core. And no one in basketball history has ever prepared, believed, and validated that belief at that level like Michael Jordan. His fire didn't fade. It spread. And the real question for this generation is simple. Who's carrying that torch now?